over these last 3-4 games, what have you felt you've developed playing next to Daniel, for the first time over extended minutes on the defensive end? I know Ime said some of the things you do aren't as natural for him, and how are you guys kind of working through that?
Yeah, I mean, I got a chance to play with Daniel, for a couple of years here. When I was here before, and I feel like he's a very smart player. We understand each other. We're just trying to figure out how we can, help our team, and to have him here, it's huge for us, obviously, especially with Rob out now. So, we feel good playing with one another. We're reading each other, trying to make plays, trying to make the game easy.
What stood out to you about how you guys have stopped teams from making runs when you get these big leads? You see it so often in the NBA where team goes up by 20, and then the next thing you look up, it's a 5-point game. During this stretch, you've kind of pushed teams back over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like it takes focus. It really does. And when I look at our guys, when they call timeouts, when we call timeouts, and I see it in their eyes, everybody's locked in. We understand that we need to, we can relax. To your point, leads are given up all the time, and not getting rattled, and making sure that we're staying, we're staying locked in as much as we can. And that also comes with taking good shots at the right times. Just because we're up 20 doesn't mean we're going to start jacking shots or trying to get mine type thing. We keep playing the right way. And when you do that, you put yourself in a good position.
Do you have any preference on like balancing potentially resting tomorrow for you and a couple of other top guys, or do you feel like, hey, we're on this run, like you don't want to stall it, you want to kind of push as high as you can in the stand?
Yeah, that's a good question. At this point, I'm gonna, just kind of stay, to do what I have to do, and we kind of know who we are already, but at the same time, we kind of have to, have to see how I'm feeling tomorrow, and kind of go from there. The biggest thing for us is we have to make sure that we are at our best as a team, but also health-wise, physically. This past month, we've been playing some high-intensity basketball, really good teams. So, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, we have to do what's best for our group. We have to make sure that we're in the best position come playoff time.
Hal, we have a couple of Zoom questions back here, please. First from John Corrales.
Hey, Al, when you grab rebounds, you just grab and go. What are you seeing on the floor that makes you say, okay, this is me, I'm taking this up? And Ime said that there are still guys who are coming back for the ball and you're kind of waving them along. How much more work do you think needs to be done to kind of get everybody just moving when you get the ball?
Yeah, it's a balance, because, there are times that I'm looking to just kick it ahead, give it to a guy and have them start the break and make a play. And there's just some other times that I just feel like I just need to take it and create something. So that's why I think guys get confused sometimes. They're either standing next to me or things like that. I think that, it's a good balance. Sometimes I'll try to be aggressive, put pressure, see if I can get somebody an easy shot. Other times the best thing to do is to kick it ahead and create that way. So not always doing the same thing.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Al, that November 1st game where they came back for the 19-point lead, and it was kind of one of the tougher points of the season. Is it kind of just kind of stunning how you guys how you got different of a team you guys are? And did you look back to that game and kind of point to like, we'll never let this happen again? Was that one of the points that, like, one of the games that kind of got under the skin of the team? And it just seems like I know it's been several months, but just the differences of the two teams and how you guys came out and punched. I mean, it just seems like you guys kind of had some feelings about that.
Yeah, I mean, we're a different team that we were in November, completely different. I'm not going to say, Gary, that was the turning point for us, that we don't want to have that happen again. But I do think that, we continue to work to kind of figure out who we were. And it was in late January, beginning of February. I feel like that's when we started to understand, who we needed to be, how we needed to play as a group. Started to come together a little more, and from that point forward, I would say that's when, I feel like, we made steps in that area, and now, I feel like guys are, we're really locking in when we're in those positions when we have leads.
Just going into playoffs, feeling fresh and all that.
I'm doing okay. But we'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. But my biggest thing is make sure that I'm feeling my best. Going into it. But this season I've been able to to stay healthy. For most of the season, and our medical staff has done a really good job with me, and really kept me on the court.